Last October, the Cubs behind Jake Arrieta shut out the Pirates in the NL wildcard game. Tonight marks the Cubs' first return to Pittsburgh. Chicago Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is presented by State Farm. From PNC Park here in Pittsburgh, game 1 of 3 as the Cubs and the Pirates start their season series. Great to have you with us here on the shores of the Allegheny, along with Jim DeShays. I'm Len Casper. The last time we were here, the Cubs eliminated the Pirates in the wild card game 4-0.
Yeah, it feels like just a short time ago. Last October, the Cubs came to town to face the Pittsburgh Pirates, and they had an ace in the hole, Jake Arrieta, on the mound. He was dominant, but you got to score runs too. And Kyle Schwarber did his part, a 430-foot home run. Dexter Fowler also went deep off of Pirates starter Garrett Cole. There was little shenanigans. Arrieta hit a couple. He got hit by a pitch. Bench is emptied. There was some harsh words. And we continue to play ball. And here's the final out of the game. And then party on as the Cubs celebrate that wild card victory over the Pirates. Last year, during the regular season, the Cubs won the season series for the first time against the Pirates since '09. They've got them lined up, don't they? Hamill, Arrieta, and Lester. Those three together combined for a 1.24 ERA so far this year.
Should be a lot of fun. Two offenses getting on base a ton and scoring a bunch of runs. It is the minimalist, zany suit trip for the Cubs here in Pittsburgh, and we'll get the series started next.
We are here at Benny's Beverage Depot, and Joe, it's amazing how many good young players arrived to the Cubs at the same time. Have you ever seen anything quite like that?
I've been in some good organizations, California Angels, the Anaheim Angels, and then eventually the Rays in Tampa Bay, and I've had a lot of really good young players, but not the numbers or the quality that exists right now, and then their ability to play at such a high level and at such a young age with the lack of experience.
They treat you like you're their best friend or your family. It's almost like they can't do enough for you.
Hello, I'm Dan Fields of the Fields Auto Group. We simply treat people the way we want to be treated.
I get a personal treatment here, and I recommend it.
It includes our free loaners, free car washes, and cafes. It's all part of the Fields Matters program.
I'm looking for the best price, and Fields gives you that. That's why we've bought so many cars from them.
Fields Matters because you matter.
FieldsAuto.com. The simple truth is, sometimes life isn't just. Someone crosses over the line, the best laid plans fail, or the sky falls, and lives are changed forever, and people suffer. And when that happens, you might find a system that is not just. That's the reason I began my career, because even when life isn't just, there can be justice, and everyone deserves justice.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is brought to you in part by your Chicago area and Northwest Indiana Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a Lexus today. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, through it all. Ford, inviting you to check out their fuel-efficient lineup at your local Ford store or at localfordstores.com. And by Southwest Airlines, transparency, low fares, nothing to hide.
Welcome back inside the PNC Park. And not a huge crowd has gathered here, although the Penguins are playing in the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs against the Washington Capitals tonight. Slight threat of rain. Hopefully it'll be well after we finish this one. And temperatures right now in the low 60s as Jason Hamill will start this series. Tonight, Jake Arrieta will go. Tomorrow night, John Lester on Wednesday afternoon. And the Pirates take the field behind right-hander Garrett Cole. Let's check in on the Cubs Southwest starting lineup. They lead the majors in runs per game at 6.04. And the Southwest lineup has Fowler, LaStella, and Bryant at the top. No Jason Hayward. He's day-to-day with a sore right wrist. Rizzo, Zobrist, and Russell are in the middle. Matt Caesar gets the nod in right. David Ross, the catcher. Jason Hamill, the pitcher.
Pirates defensively have been a solid group. Yesterday, a bit of an outlier. They committed 4 errors in their loss to the Reds. A very talented outfield, Marte, McCutcheon, and Polanco. Some new faces on the infield at the corners. David Freese, he's new with the Buccos, as is John Jaso, the former catcher DH, has turned into a first baseman. In the middle, it's Mercer and Harrison. Francisco Cervelli will be behind the plate tonight, and our Lexus Pursuing Perfection starting pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates this evening is the hard-throwing right-hander Garrett Cole through 4 starts, 2 up, 2 down, a 2.78 ERA. He can really rush it up there. He's been known to hit 100 miles an hour. Averages right around 94, 95. 19-8 last year with a 2.60. He is 7-1 lifetime against the Cubs.
Let's get your umpires for tonight. Laz Diaz is back at the plate. Ben May at first. The crew chief is Jeff Nelson at second, and Doug Eddings is at third. The leadoff man is presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. So if Dexter Fowler gets a hit here in the first inning, Binny's Beverage Depot will donate $100 to the Greater Chicagoland Food Depository. .6'4", 230. Garrett Cole, still just 25 years old, making his 78th major league start.
20 games above 500 in his career. 42-22 with a 3.06. He plays the power game, fastball, slider. He does have a curve and a change. Fastball about 70% of the time.
And we are underway. A fastball at 96 on the outer edges.
I would imagine he takes them out with a little chip on his shoulder here tonight after being on the wrong end of that wild card game last year.
Nolan reaching 97. Cole has been really good against the Cubs in the regular season, and there's a base hit. So that helps Binny's and the Greater Chicagoland Food Depository.
So the Cubs got drew first blood in that wild card game. Fowler stole second base and scored in the first inning, kind of setting the tone. I'd be curious to see if he set sail here.
.60 degrees as we get started, but it feels balmy, doesn't it, considering what we just left?
Don't have my big puffy coat on, don't have a ski cap on.
Well, Stella got the start in the wild card game at third. Last October went 0 for 2. He's been hot as of late as he cuts and misses. He's reached in 10 of his last 16 trips to the plate. Cole is from Southern California, born in Newport Beach, went to Orange Lutheran High School and then UCLA. He was hitting 100 while he was in high school.
That's why he was the overall #1 pick in the draft.
The pitch, and LaStella is the first strikeout victim.
And Tommy struck out yesterday for just the first time all year, and he gets beat by the fastball here. And, we always make the point about LaStella, how he can handle velocity, but Cole's a different animal. He's not just a hard thrower, but he's an extreme hard thrower.
Now Chris Bryant, he's in left. returned to the lineup yesterday after spraining his right ankle 3 days before, as Fowler got a pretty good jump. And he's in on a good throw from Cervelli. It was a close play, but Fowler steals the bag.
Cervelli's been throwing well. He's got 36% so far this year. That'll go down just a little bit with Fowler getting that hand in just before the tag from Harrison.
Dexter is 4 out of 4 to start the season. Cole pitched the 5th game of the regular season after dealing with rib cage inflammation during spring training. You would not call him a number 5 starter, though, by any stretch.
Well, he's obviously a top of the rotation arm. Liriano, a very talented starter as well. He got a different look in their rotation this year. Juan Nicasio is now with the Pirates. Jonathan Neese over from the Mets in a trade that sent Neil Walker to Gotham.
The 2-0 on the way. Bryant fights it off foul.
We got a couple kids down in the minor leagues that would not be surprised to see him here at some point this year. Tyler Glasnow and Jamison Tyone, 2 big hard-throwing right-handers, and if they get here and establish themselves, this rotation will draw comparisons to what's going on over in New York with those power arms.
The 2-1 is low and outside. Cubs are 17-6. Best record in baseball. Best 23 game start since 1932. And he walked him. Up and down for the Pirates. They won their first 4, lost 6 of 7. And they've won 10 of 14, including 6 of their last 7.
So here's an interesting factoid on the Pirates game yesterday. They came back to tie the game in the 7th, the 8th, and the 9th inning. And all 3 of those innings they came from behind a tie, ultimately lost in extra innings. They're the only team to have done that in their home ballpark since like 1900, and they've done it 3 times.
Wow. Two on, 1 out for Anthony Rizzo.
Rizzo gets the slider to start. Rizzo with good numbers against Garrett Cole. 6 out of 17. That's a .353 batting average.
It's outside. Pirates are 3-3 against the Reds. They went 8-11 against Cincinnati last year. It's one thing the Cubs have done. Played a lot of teams with losing records early this season, but they took care of business. So if you do that, you go, 11-8, 10-9 against the really good teams in your division, you're going to be in great shape. That's a strike. 2-1. An early chance here against Cole in the very first inning. And Rizzo pops to left. Starling Marte won a Gold Glove out there last year. 2 down. Here's Ben Zobrist. First action for him ever in this ballpark. At second, Bryant at first, and the first pitch. Backdoor breaking ball nearly hit that back foot. Front door, I should say. ball to center. McCutcheon is under it, and the Cubs strand a couple. Jason Hamill will take the ball, and we return to Pittsburgh.
Hey, honey. You remember to lock the Buick, right?
Of course I do. I'd never forget that.
The Buick Remote Link app, now available in every Buick.
You closed all the apartment windows, too.
Come on. Really?
You're the best.
Now get this low-mileage lease on this 2016 Encore for around $179 a month for 24 months.
Yeah, not us.
Nah, no reruns here.
Yeah, we have X1 from Xfinity.
Everybody crochet tonight. I think we'll just stick with our TV shows.
Don't fall for DirecTV. Get 4 times more TV shows and movies on demand with Xfinity. Sign up today or get started with this great offer. Call or go online today.
Taking the hassle out of yard work just got even easier. During the Echo National Sales Event, get a pro-grade Echo trimmer or handheld blower for only $149.99 each, backed by a 5-year warranty. But hurry, these deals will be gone before you know it. So take back your yard with Echo.
Now it's in the hands of the bullpen, and out comes Papa John.
It looks like he's taking this official pizza thing pretty seriously.
For just $6.99 each, get 2 medium, 2 topping pizzas.
Papa John's, the official pizza of Major League Baseball.
Man, this is awesome. Look.
Before taking his team to state for the first time, Coach Gilman helped his players keep their eye on the ball.
Ready to crush, here we go.
Their head in the game, and their feet on the ground. And along the way, gave them a season to remember.
It's a little token. I'm so proud of you.
Share your favorite baseball memories all season long using hashtag MLB Memory Bank.
Let's look in on the Pirates' Southwest starting lineup. Like the Cubs, they get on base a ton. John Jaso's always had real good on-base skills. We know about McCutcheon, and look, he's only hitting .227. David Freese, a nice addition. They signed him in March. Marte, Cervelli, Polanco, Harrison, Mercer, all hitting over 300, with the pitcher Garrett Cole batting 9th, and Jason Hamill says, let's go. And his first offering to John Jaso is outside, ball 1.
Pirates third in the league in runs, first in batting average, hitting a .290 clip. Alexis pursuing starting pitcher for the Cubs tonight is Mr. Jason Hamill, and boy, has he been good. He's made 4 starts. He's 3-0 with a league best 0.75 ERA. Exactly 6 innings each time he's gone out. He's allowed 1 run on 2 occasions. Has pitched scoreless baseball the other 2 times.
Well, the 2008 Tampa Bay Rays won the American League pennant. Lost in 5 games in the World Series to the Phillies on that club. John Jaso, Jason Hamill, Ben Zobrist, Eric Hinsky, the Cubs' assisting hitting coach. 3-2.
Jaso, a good guy in that leadoff spot, takes a lot of pitches, works counts, and he can swing it. Hitting .306 with a .375 on base.
That gets past Hamill, but the shortstop will take care of it. Addison Russell.
Well, let's see who's where for the Cubs this evening. Big outfield to cover here at PNC Park. Chris Bryant gets a start in left field. Dexter Fowler center. Matt Caesar spells Jason Hayward in right. LaStella Russell, Zobrist Rizzo third to first. David Ross is the hind catcher this evening.
Ross will catch Wednesday. Tim Fedorovich likely to start tomorrow night with Jake Arrieta. Here's Andrew McCutcheon. We normally see him in the 3rd spot, but he's batting 2nd this season. Clint Hurdle had an off-season project regarding lineup construction. This is a very thoughtful, analytical organization with shifting They brought in a lot of ground ball pitchers, or at least converted pitchers to be ground ball guys. Ray Searage, their pitching coach, is kind of like Dave Duncan used to be with the Cardinals.
Yeah, pitch away from slugging. Sink it, get ahead of the count, throw sinkers, try to get the ball put in play early, get a lot of ground ball outs.
McCutchen, his last 18 games hitting 200, but he had a 3-homer game last Tuesday at Colorado. And he sends one high and deep the other way, and it will go. Andrew McCutchen with a home run, and it's 1-0 Pirates.
Some serious pop driving that ball that far into the right center field alley. It's number 6 for McCutchen, just the first one allowed by Jason Hamill this year. You see the explosive swing from McCutchen. That's our forward home run replay.
So first homer allowed in what is his 25th inning for Jason Hamill this season. David Freese takes ball 1. Off the outside corner. Ball 2.
2 good pitches. First one definitely in the strike zone. Second one just missed, but he's got a 2-0 count now on Freese.
We might see some long games between these two teams with all the pitches they take. Got a lot of guys on both sides who like to grind out their at-bats. So David Freese, their number 3 hitter, signed on March 11th. Jung Ho Kang is still not back after left knee surgery. So Freese has been the man at third base, and he lines one into right center.
Yeah, Kang injured on the takeout slide by Chris Coughlin last year. Continues to work his way back. He's on a rehab assignment at AAA. No real sense of urgency the way Freese is performing.
So I was looking at the Pirates. Going into tonight, as a team, they've played 25 games. They've had one guy make at least 20 starts at every position. That's 1 through 8 basically in your lineup. So while they have some depth on their bench, they have a pretty set lineup. And Starling Marte swings and misses.
You know that outfield, right? You're going to run those guys out there every day. Mercer's been solid at short. You know, when Kang comes back, he's going to give them some depth, and they'll be able to move people around a little bit. Rodriguez will spell Jaso late for defense at first base.
Now, last year, toward the end of the year especially, they had kind of an offensive lineup and a defensive lineup. That's down the right field line. Caesar makes the catch just into foul territory, and that's the second out. And that'll bring up probably the most underrated player, Francisco Cervelli. He's on pace to catch 130 games this year.
Yeah, did a real nice job for them last year. There was a lot of concern here with Russell Martin leaving, and acquired Cervelli, and he performed admirably. You know, maybe not Russell Martin didn't hit for the power that they would get from Russell Martin, but in terms of average, overall offensive game, he was rock solid.
Made under $1 million last year. He's at 3.5 this year. Martin off to a really slow start with the Blue Jays. Fowler racing in, and he grabs it, and that will end the inning. McCutchen with a home run, and the Pirates strike first, leading 1-0 after an inning.
Welcome to Wrigley Field.
Arrieta's cruising along, swing and a miss, and it is gone. We're tied. Rizzo gets on the top. He makes the catch. Got it. Call strike three. Jake Arrieta, a 20-game winner. Deep left, way back. It is gone. A 3-run homer. Cubs win. Cubs win. Cubs win.
T-Mobile is going big for small business. You'll never get charged data overages, ever. Get your own 24/7 dedicated business account team. And with double the LTE coverage in the last year, you can get more done in more places. Right now, get 2 lines with 6 gigs each for just $80. And for a limited time, get a hotspot free. Yeah, free. Switch your business to T-Mobile at Work today.
Hi. I need something that can keep up with all my adventures.
Well, the RAV4 has available Sport Tune suspension.
I like the sound of that.
And great handling, so it can do just about anything.
Thanks, Jan. This is exactly what I'm looking for.
I know.
Do you?
Yep.
Right now, during Toyota time, get 0% APR financing for 60 months on a new 2016 RAV4. Hurry in today.
Here are your keys.
Thanks.
See you out there.
Sweet.
Toyota, let's go places.
I am never getting married. Never. Guaranteed.
You picked a beautiful ring.
Thank you. We're never having kids. Breathe.
I love it here.
We are never moving to the suburbs. We are never getting one of those. We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, State Farm is there.
Cubs baseball on CSN Chicago is presented by State Farm.
Hey, Cub fans, you don't have to wait until summer to enjoy your Fridays. Kick off weekends with your favorite team. Tickets are still available for hot Friday matchups, including our May 6th game against the Nationals and the following Friday, the 13th, against the Pirates. Get your tickets at Cubs.com. Some attractive dates coming up. Good matchups.
Addison Russell takes ball 1. We talk about max effort pitchers. Garrett Cole has easy gas, doesn't he? Real smooth delivery.
Yeah, you know, he's just right out of Central Casting, right? The big power right-hander, 6'4", 230. Mid-90s heater, pretty simple delivery. And you know, doesn't go soft very often, as I mentioned. It's a power game, fastballs and sliders. And it's hard to quibble with the success he has had, but you could imagine that if he did have command of a slower breaking ball, that he could just flip up there every now and then, he'd be even that much tougher.
There's his 2-2.
All over the edges of that strike zone. Laz Diaz is not going to be a friend of the pitchers here tonight, I don't believe.
Thought he was painting with 98. And the 3-2 and a base hit. So Cole not very pleased right now.
Similar to the RBI single Russell had in the 9th inning of yesterday's ball game. And Cole, after feeling like he got pinched a little bit, challenged the middle of the plate, and Russell got him.
Now Matt Caesar had a grand slam on Friday against the Braves. Sunday, pinch hit, bunt single. Caesar's playing right, and he fouls back, playing with a lot of confidence right now. Where the Cubs part-time players have been really good, haven't they?
Yeah, well, the 375 in the pinch so far this year. And given opportunities to start, Caesar has delivered. La Stella, Baez doing his thing.
Yeah, Baez hitting 310. La Stella 357. Ross has 2 home runs. Caesar 357. Not bad. bunted foul. So did you see the little salary dispute Garrett Cole had in spring training with the Pirates?
Yeah.
So I guess they have an algorithm, some computer program that figures out salary increases for their pre-arbitration guys. So they came up with $538,000. That was a $7,000 increase from the year before. Okay. The problem was he got a $10,000 All-Star bonus last year, so he made $541,000, and the algorithm did not count that. So Cole and his people looked at the offer and went, "You're offering me less than I made last year?" Well, his agent Scott Boras. So the Pirates admitted that there was a computer glitch. Then they offered him $541. Runner goes. The pitch is mishandled a bit by Cervelli. And the Cubs have 2 steals here early.
That's number 1 for Addison Russell this year. And Cole, kind of like Arrieta, when you're facing him, the idea that you're going to string a bunch of hits together, especially as you're near the bottom of the order, not likely. So why not be a little more aggressive on the bases? So they settled at $541 then?
Yeah, and he talked about it, told the Pittsburgh Tribune Review, quote, "They even threatened a salary reduction to the league minimum if I didn't agree." So he did ultimately agree to the second offer. And Neil Huntington was very upfront. He said, I certainly can understand his feelings, but then he went where a lot of general managers do, and that is we have a system in place. Swing and a miss as he strikes out Caesar. And Huntington also said, look, once you make an exception, the quote is, how do you draw the line if it's only for MVPs? What if someone wins a Cy Young? So their thing is the 0-3 guys, they have their system and they're going to stick to it.
That's what a lot of general managers have the philosophy that once you are in arbitration or become a free agent, you've got this leverage, this hammer. We fully expect you to use it. Until that point, we have this leverage and we're going to use it.
So would $5,000 extra make Garrett Cole happier?
Nah, I don't think so. I think just the idea that he might get a salary reduction was a little bit of a slap in the face, and I get that. I certainly understand that.
1 strike on Ross. Cubs trail 1-0.
There's always the concern that you're going to alienate a star caliber player, that when you decide you want to try to sign him to a multi-year deal down the road, he will remember that. But odds are, when you write that big old check and say, look, we love you this much, the guy's going to forget about the $5,000 a couple of years ago.
Harrison for out number 2. Russell is now at third. Yeah, I have seen no sort of evidence to indicate that pre-arbitration salaries seem to affect what players do 3 or 4 years later when they become free agents. Now Jason Hamill. Cubs pitching staff's been really good at the plate. Hamill actually got a pinch hit appearance a few days ago. That will get Cole out of the inning as Jordy Mercer makes the catch. Inning and a half in, 1-0 Pittsburgh.
Hey, Chicago, when did paying for airfare become so unfair? At Southwest, we believe in transparency. Transparency means we don't dream up ways we can trick you into paying more. It's why we still let 2 bags fly free and don't have change fees. So our low fares stay low. Just the way you like it.
With T-Mobile, you pay $95 a month for a smaller network and monthly taxes and fees.
You've worked hard to create the backyard getaway, so keep it looking flawless this summer with Menards. Don't waste time pulling out weeds. Remove them the easy way with Spectracide Weed and Grass Killer Concentrate. A 32-ounce bottle is just $9.77. Flexzilla makes it easy to water your lawn without battling the hose. This premium garden hose lays flat and doesn't kink. Grab a 50-foot hose for just $19.99 after rebate. Enjoy your yard with help from Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Oh, turned up my jam. Turn it, crank it, pump it. I'm feeling woke. Oh, tell me I don't feel lit. Girls love the auto tune. There it is. Found our chill.
Close enough.
Try the Daily Double from McDonald's. It's piled high with crisp lettuce and a juicy slice of tomato. And for only $2.19, it's a handful for less than a pocketful.
Girl, bye.
Well, they've got a 5-tool player in center field. Starling Marte's probably a 4.5-tool player. And Gregory Polanco, man, if he figures it out, and it looks like he is figuring it out, we're going to have the best outfield in baseball for a long time.
Yeah, McCutcheon, 29 years of age. Marte's 27. Polanco, 24. And Polanco, for a couple of years, regarded as the Pirates' best prospect. And a little bit of a bumpy ride for him early in his career. But, yeah, it looks like he has turned a corner. He's posting some pretty impressive numbers this year.
Well, they believe in him. They signed him to a 5-year extension on April 5th. Plus a couple of club options. So if he turns into what they think he will, he's going to be a great bargain in terms of his salary. By the way, it is very lightly raining.
He started to come on in the second half of last year. Hit 237 before the break, 276 after the All-Star break, with better power numbers.
He hit the 39th home run all time that has landed in the Allegheny yesterday against the Reds. Inside.
Also misplayed a ball or two in the outfield. There's some debate as to Polanco as an outfielder. The advanced metrics like him. Some people watch him play every day, not so much, but there's a look at that powerful stroke. We have splashdown.
2-2 is inside.
And he has walked more than he has struck out this year, so he's buying into the patient approach they're preaching here in Pittsburgh. He said alliteratively. Hey, is that Susie Cool?
I don't know, but she just booted one down the line.
Time to break out the ponchos.
Look, both these teams have a lot of really good players, but like the Cardinals, they started to build a little bit of a philosophy, kind of a system. Cubs way. We talked about how the Pirates have very specifically done things with their offense, with their pitching staff, and you're right, there's been a big time buy-in. Both these organizations feel like they're going to be good for a long time to come.
Yeah, the on-base percentage leaders, Pirates leading the way. A lot of that is due to their batting average, but they are taking their walks, showing more patience. The Cubs, of course, walk more than anybody in the game.
Scooped by Anthony Rizzo, and that'll go 3-1. Time now for greater coverage of baseball, brought to you by T-Mobile, and the top 3 records since the start of last season all reside in the National League Central. Not a big surprise. You know, and the Pirates, they've turned over their roster a little bit. Neil Walker traded. Aramis Ramirez retired. A.J. Burnett did the same. Pedro Alvarez has moved on. Charlie Morton. Joaquim Soria. And Harrison playing second base after Walker got dealt. And he hits a soft liner to Rizzo.
So this Sunday is Mother's Day, and Wrigley Field is going pink to promote breast cancer awareness. Join us as the Cubs take on the Nationals. First pitch at 1:20. Up to the first 5,000 fans in the Budweiser bleachers will receive a Cubs Save Second Base t-shirt, air quotes, presented by Advocate Healthcare. Prior to the game, the Cubs will have a special ceremony to honor breast cancer survivors. For more information, visit Cubs.com. Jordy Mercer's got it going with the bat, hitting better than 300.
And he rolls one into center. He has reached base in 14 consecutive games.
And Cole, Garrett Cole, he's not an automatic out either. He can handle the bat. It's 1 out of 10 so far this year. Jason 93-94 with that fastball tonight. Slider is his out pitch. He gets a lot of swings and misses on his slide ball.
Two and 0. Pirate Parrot never ages. Always green behind the ears. That's a strike.
It's an interesting concept, a mascot that ages. Every year gets a little thin on top, starts to turn a little gray.
Now.
Well, good four-seam fastball outer third. Above the knees will work just fine here. That's it.
The flex off Hamill's glove right to Zobrist. And that is out number 3. So 2 in the books. It's 1-0 Pirates in the rain from Pittsburgh.
Nobody should go to bed hungry.
That's where our friends at Benny's Beverage Depot are going to bat for the Greater Chicago Food Depository.
Every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Benny's donates $100 to help feed hungry families in Chicagoland.
That calls for a toast.
Wednesday, Dexter Fowler powers the Cubs into the series finale with Pittsburgh. Catch every at-bat as they seek to sail out of the Steel City with a W. Coverage begins at 11 a.m. with Cubs pregame live, presented by Fields Auto on CSN.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. I'm attorney Howard Ankin with legendary sportscaster Steve Stone.
And I know the right team knows how to win, like Howard Ankin Law Office.
If you or someone you know needs help with an injury case, I'm here to help. Please give me a call.
Put Howard's number in your phone right now, 312-6...
When you're ready to buy a house, a mortgage from U.S. Bank could help make it possible. And a dedicated financial partner will be with you every step of the way. See about pre-qualifying today. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
This is Anthony Rizzo, all-star first baseman for the Chicago Cubs. When he's not playing baseball, he's reading about baseball.
God, he's so good.
When he's not reading about baseball, he's listening to baseball. When he's not listening to baseball, what's
up, boys?
He's watching live baseball.
Jonesy. Ooh, that's deep. Ooh.
And when he's not watching live baseball, he's playing baseball. MLB.com at bat, the #1 app for live baseball.
As we start the third inning, we'd like to send out get well wishes to Diane Holt, who's recovering from a broken hip. She lives in Northbrook, Illinois, watches every game, and has found Cubs baseball to be the best form of therapy.
Also like to send out a happy belated anniversary to David and Connie Link, big Cub fans in Michigan City, Indiana. And they're celebrating, or did celebrate, their 54th anniversary a couple days ago.
Michael Hugas also would like to send out birthday wishes to his dad, Jim, and his girlfriend, Shanna. He said belated happy anniversary wishes. I thought it was a make good. Lori, happy.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I wish my wife.
I was going to say that's one of the good things about this job, but probably best to not say it belatedly.
Yeah,
and maybe in person.
By the way, happy anniversary usually.
Hey, honey, happy birthday. Last week. Sorry, I forgot. 2-1 on Fowler. He singled and stole a bag in the first. Cubs have had the leadoff man reach in both innings, and then that guy has stolen a base.
Well, big yard here. Should yield plenty of doubles and triples. Hard to hit the ball out of this ballpark. So real big out there in the north side notch. 410 out by the bullpens. In deep left center, there's a cow walking around. No apparent reason. Yank it down the line and right. It's reachable, just 320, but a high wall there, 21 feet tall, to honor Roberto Clemente.
Cubs still the only team in baseball that hasn't lost 2 in a row. And they are coming off an extra innings loss yesterday. And he's on again. Major league leader in on-base percentage. Came in at .470, and he's been on both times.
Well, Stella, strikeout victim last time, but normally you can count on him to put the ball in play. Fowler stole a base in the first, might be looking to steal again, or if the count dictates, Joe might decide to play a little hit and run with this combination.
Freeze is in at third. The pitch. Outside for ball 1. Was that Garrett Cole?
I'm guessing.
Somebody wasn't real happy.
Yeah, he's an intense guy. He's a very fiery competitor. Talking with Steve Blass, who's overdoing Pirates, either radio or television tonight. Steve was talking about Garrett Cole. He said, he's one of those guys, he wants to be great. I mean, he works really hard. He really cares. He's very intense.
That's the first out. Polanco gets Rostella. Make sure you join CSN Chicago for a taping of Beer Money, the trivia show that tests your sports knowledge in exchange for cash. Luke Stuckmeyer hosts the next taping. That's this Thursday at 6 at Turtles Bar and Grill in Chicago. Beer Money, presented by Coors Light. Bryant walked in the first. Broke his bat this time as he lines to Polanco. Throw back to first, and Fowler beats the throw. So 2 down. So Jaso had an issue with one of his spikes. His time has been called, so he gets that wardrobe malfunction figured out. Oh man, what do you have going on underneath? Did you see the socks?
Can we replay that?
He's got some
go deep
lucky
inside
socks.
The wardrobe of John Jason.
Yeah. Look at the locks.
The dreads working, yeah.
All right, here we go. Slow motion. Oh, he's got the red, white, blue, and the stars and stripes going. Okay.
Jaso had to move out from behind home plate because of he had suffered a couple significant concussions in 2013 and 14. It's a real tough time. Wasn't sure he'd be able to continue his career.
Well, John, if you get fined by the Major League Fashion Police, the guys in our tape room will handle it.
I don't think the uniform police get too worked up about the socks.
No, especially when
the
you can't
pants
see
are going down to the soles of your shoes.
Jaso would fit right in with this Cubs team on the minimalist zany suit trip. The rule is you have to wear one item of this getup at all times in public. Anthony Rizzo had his suit on today with no dress shirt underneath. With the shorts and all as he got on the team bus.
Yeah, Jason Hamill was rocking the pink suit.
The 2-1 and Rizzo missed it. 99.
That's firm. You don't get the sense that Cole is pitching to contact. He's just trying to blow you away.
That pitch just missed. Runner goes. Save. Fowler's 2 for 2 tonight.
It looked like a pretty good pitch.
Yeah, and I think the Pirates were unhappy about that.
Yeah, they're taking a look at reviewing the video. Maybe a little bit inside, and I don't know that he ever touched him.
No challenge. So a runner at second. The Cubs have had a man in scoring position in each inning. 3-2 on Rizzo. Hit pretty well. Polanco will not get it, and the Cubs have tied it. Fowler scores. Rizzo to second with a standing RBI double.
It was short and compact. That was a pretty swing by Rizzo. Some kind of an explosion in the Cubs dugout. Someone giving somebody a hot foot. But there you see the approach. You see prior to the pitch, choked up a little bit. Not a big swing, but he's so strong. A flick of the wrist. It's like a one iron out there, one hopping the wall in deep right center.
His 25th RBI, tying him for the major league lead with Nolan Arenado. Here's Zobrist. Tied at 1. That's a base hit. Rizzo will come around third and score, and the Cubs lead 2-1. Back-to-back 2-out RBI hits.
I say it time and time again, yeah, velocity matters, but it's about location and then getting hitters off that velocity a little bit. And Cole, he's got a good slider, but the left-handed hitters, he hasn't really shown that changeup to it. Ray Searage now going to come out and talk to his right-hander, try to settle him down a little bit. But when you throw as hard as he does, there's a tendency to just try to overpower everybody, to muscle up. As the hitters get that second and third look, they time them up a little bit, start to make better contact.
Former Tampa Bay teammates have a chat. Clint Hurdle's coaching staff, by the way, a few days ago, including Ray Searage, extended through next season. Russell went around. Yoenis Cespedes has knocked in a couple on a home run tonight against the Braves, so he has 25 RBIs with Rizzo and Nolan Arenado. 4-0 Mets. They got those runs off Mike Fultonevich.
He just got called up, yeah.
Swung on and missed. 2-2. Runner goes, and a called strike 3. So it doesn't matter what happened at second. The inning is over as Russell strikes out. Cubs doing what they do, having some fun on the road, and they've got a lead tonight, 2-1.
Pet moments are beautiful, unless you have allergies. Then your eyes may see it differently. Flonase is the first and only nasal spray approved to relieve both itchy, watery eyes and congestion. No other nasal allergy spray can say that. When we breathe in allergens, our bodies react by overproducing 6 key inflammatory substances that cause our symptoms. Most allergy pills only control one substance. Flonase controls 6, and 6 is greater than 1. More complete allergy relief. Flonase, 6 is greater than 1, changes everything.
Mr. Lover, now Mr. Lover. She call me Mr. Bombastic. Tell me fantastic. Touch me on me back, she says I'm Mr. Romantic. On me fantastic. Touch me on me back, she says
You live life your way.
smooth.
We can help you retire your way, too. Financial guidance while you're mastering life. From Chase, so you can.
Now take me thin, no fill.
Listen up, it's Ford Truck Month. This is the time, this is the place. And this is Ford F-150, the truck that goes toe-to-toe with your life. Made of high-strength, military-grade aluminum alloy that pulls the highest safety rating the government can give. And with a 360-degree camera, it's like having your head on a swivel, pal. So load up your crew. This is the time.
Get an F-150 with 0% APR for 60 months or $6,550 in total savings plus $500 Ford credit cash.
And the #1 window and door company in America is...
Feldco.
To celebrate this amazing achievement, Feldco is offering 2 windows for the price of 1, with no money down and no interest for 1 year.
On behalf of the entire Feldco team, thank you. And remember, 2 windows for the price of 1 ends soon. So hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
Well, Jason Hamill started the night with an 0.75 ERA, off to a great start. And he's got a 2-1 lead. As the Pirates will go through their order for the second time. Jaso rolls over and hits it foul. Hamill 3-0 through his first 4 starts.
Well, I guess he's due to pitch 6 innings and allow 1 run, because that would keep the pattern alive. 6-1, 6-0, 6-1, 6-0 last time. Real good fastball command last time out against Cincinnati for Hamill. 6 shutout innings, allowed 3 hits, couple of walks, struck out 7. .66 of his 96 pitches in that game were for strikes. Yeah, as good as he was, it was his teammate Jake Arrieta, 5-0 with an ERA of 1 and a no-hitter, who won the Pitcher of the Month award in the National League. The 3rd consecutive time he has done that.
So first National League pitcher to do that. As Jaso strikes out. First punch out for Hamill.
Fans, join the Cubs season ticket holder waiting list. Do it today. Claim your spot in our lineup for season tickets. It's easy. It's free to register. For details, visit Cubs.com/waiting list. The Pitcher of the Month award has been given out in the National League since 1975. And Arrieta, the first ever to win 3 consecutive months. August, September of last year, and April of this year. In the American League, Pedro Martinez did it, and Johan Santana.
McCutchen homered his first time. This time he bounces out to second. 2 quick outs.
Walter Johnson probably would have done it a few times.
Yeah.
Today's the anniversary of the double no-hitter. Hippo Vaughn and Fred Tony, 1917 on this date. Both pitched 9 no-hit innings. And then the Reds got to Hippo in the 10th. And Fred Tony pitched a no-hitter, 10-inning no-hitter. But they were both no through 9. Where's that one? Laz?
Hamill's 1-0. Freeze softly bounces to the shortstop. Russell gets rid of it quickly. And that's that inning over. Very quick 1-2-3. The shutdown inning for Hamill. 2-1 Cubs.
Here's the Wizard of Wall Street.
The show is Money Monster.
Who's that guy on camera 2?
Anybody tries anything, I start shooting.
On May 13th,
These stock market clowns lost $800 million. I just want to know where my money went.
the system hides
What's the secret? Nobody was asking any questions before.
Find out anything you can.
You have no idea how high this goes. Only he can expose. You're shooting at me, not you. We're in this together now. Take the shot. Don't! Money Monster. Rated R.
Honda knows that efficiency has its advantages. That's why the Honda CR-V can help you get places using less fuel. Gives you a better view of your surroundings. And helps you stay in touch while you're on the road. The CR-V, from KBB.com's best value brand. Nothing compares to a Honda. So visit your local Honda dealer today.
Power of NBC5 Investigates now makes a bigger impact for you. NBC5 responds.
If you have a consumer complaint, we want to hear it. I'm Lisa Parker.
Our team is ready to help you.
No phone call, email, or question unanswered. NBC5 responds.
Researching your concerns, recovering your money, and resolving your consumer complaints. Call us at 844-NBC-RESPONDS or email NBC5responds@NBCUNI.com.
Wednesday, May 11th, the Chicago Fire Soccer Club plays on CSN+. Stay glued to your TV as the Men in Red fight for a win over the Whitecaps. Coverage starts at 8:30 next Wednesday on CSN+.
Every night, get ready for the most dynamic show in Chicago. Your city, your teams, your show. This is Sportsnet Central tonight after Post-Game Live, presented by GMC.
There, it's hurt. Tonight, get caught up on a busy day in sports with Sportsnet Central, presented by GMC. Pat Boyle and Mark Shanowski recap scores and highlights of tonight's game. Get you the latest on the weekend moves made by the Bears and more tonight after Cubs post-game live right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Susie Cool, Pirates ball girl, tweeted us. She is not here on this homestand.
Oh, okay.
So somehow word got to her that you were asking if she were here, and she's not.
I just remember last year when they introduced the ball girls, and then one of them was named Susie Cool. And I thought that's pretty cool.
Inside on Matt Caesar. 2-0.
Maybe she should go out with Joe Panic.
Even each other out.
Opposites attract.
Another pitch Garrett Cole thought he should have had. 3-0. That's a strike.
Man, popping that leather. It's not a big crowd and a relatively quiet crowd. You can really hear that leather snap.
Devin Mesoraco has a torn labrum in his left shoulder. So he goes to the DL. Remember, he had hip surgery last year.
Goodness.
Dodger pitcher Josh Raven, 80-game PED suspension. He was on their 40-man roster, but he was out after breaking his left arm in a car accident. He released a statement saying a positive test resulted from some supplements he took after an illness during spring training. Line into center and a base hit. Cubs keep putting the leadoff man on base.
And Matt Caesar continues to impress as he pushes for more and more playing time with his performance. Cubs have fully embraced the running game here tonight. Caesar a candidate to try to steal a bag.
There he goes, and Ross fouls.
and run. He got a nice jump. Probably would have had the bag stolen.
Making his 10th career start in the regular season against the Cubs. Remember, lost the wild card game last year. 5 innings, 4 runs, but in the regular season, 2.88 and a 7-1 mark.
He's 5-1 at Wrigley Field.
Throw, I think, hit the runner, and Matt's going to head to second, and a slip by Jaso. He didn't have a shot anyway, and that'll be an error on the pitcher.
Well, and I think all the running they have done tonight, forcing Cole to pay more attention to base runners, results in the E1. Caesar taking a little extra time out there. The ball got him in the ribs, somewhere in the midsection, yeah.
Yeah, he's a former football player. He can handle it, right?
Yeah, he's used to getting hit.
Cubs are 8-2 when David Ross catches. And his catcher ERA is 1.64. If he had enough innings to qualify, that would lead all major league catchers.
Got him right in the ribs. Hey.
And he lines out to Harrison, but Caesar, as every base runner is taught, freeze on that liner, and it was right there next to him, so he saw it.
Yeah, good read. I think other guys maybe would have been a little too aggressive with their secondary lead and react to that ball off the bat, but he immediately slams on the brake and brakes and scrambles back. Cubs starting pitching with a 2.27 ERA.
Foul ball to third. So with the rainouts last week, Kyle Hendricks, the one guy who gets pushed back a lot, he will open the National Series Thursday night. That keeps Arrieta and Lester in line after Hamilton tonight.
Yeah, and you know, this time through, because of the rainouts, everybody's had a little extra rest, and it just, you know, it makes sense to keep as many guys as close to their routine as possible. And if the bullpen weren't so well rested, it would make sense to have Hendricks sitting out there in the bullpen with his spikes on, available to work in relief.
Yeah, I mean, you've got 8 guys out there who all need the work. Yeah. Be hard pressed to remember another season 4 weeks old at which no point has the bullpen been tired, has anybody pitching wise really been overly taxed.
Yeah, because, you know, usually when we go in and see Joe just about every day, and normally the conversation is, well, how's so-and-so today? Is he available? And he's like, I don't know. He's, you know, he's going to play catch, and he's going to let me know. I'll talk to Boz later and find out. But we've never even had that conversation this year.
Two. Good take. 3-2. Fowler on deck. Real quiet crowd tonight. Ball, strike 3. Sure, there'll be a little more energy in the Penguins building tonight for the playoff game, right?
Maybe it's because we're so far removed from the people. Way up here on our perch.
Fowler with a single, a walk, 2 steals, and a run. Did not win the National League Player of the Month. It was Bryce Harper, but he got some votes. How about Harper?
What did he do?
Golden Sombrero, I think, yesterday.
No, did he really?
Even though they won in St. Louis. Yeah. 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, and I believe I read where did he go hitless in that series?
I think he did.
They swept the series anyway. Cardinals have dropped 4 in a row. They're now a game below 500.
Cole steps off.
And the Cardinals host the red-hot Phillies, who have won 6 in a row.
They have the longest winning streak in baseball.
The Fightins have won 9 out of 10. They are now 15 and 10. They're hitting .229 as a team. They're last in the league in runs scored, but the pitching's been really good.
Starting pitching. Well, after being quoted saying he'd rather quit, give up all the money, and continue the way it's gone, Joey Votto hits a 3-run homer for the Reds. They're playing the Giants. They lead 4-3 over Johnny Cueto. Joey Votto is not used to struggling like he has. He might be the first to tell you he's not handling it well.
Talking about leaving $200 million on the table.
Yeah, somebody needs to sit him down and say, young man, you're going to be fine. Take a breath. It's a hard game, though, as Dexter Fowler just found out, as he swings and misses on the changeup to end the inning. Cubs lead this one 2-1 in the 4th.
I have a list.
Okay.
So, she needs automatic emergency braking, blind spot detection, and lane departure warning.
All available on the Elantra and Sonata.
And a better warranty than Toyota, Nissan, or Chevy.
America's best warranty, standard with every Hyundai.
Let's check in with the boss.
Okay. Sorry, excuse me.
We'll take both.
Hurry in and lease the 2017 Elantra for just $144 a month.
Just one.
She seems like a great boss.
Yeah, I'm married. Doesn't matter. You do that for me? Really? Yeah, I'd like that.
Who are you talking to?
It's Jake from State Farm. Sounds like a really good deal.
Jake from State Farm at 3 in the morning? Who is this?
It's Jake from State Farm.
What are you wearing, Jake from State Farm?
Khakis.
She sounds hideous.
Well, she's a guy, so.
Another reason more people stay with State Farm. Get to a better state.
When a moment turns romantic, why pause to take a pill? Or stop to find a bathroom? Cialis for daily use is approved to treat both erectile dysfunction and the urinary symptoms of BPH, like needing to go frequently, day or night. Tell your doctor about all your medical conditions and medicines and ask if your heart is healthy enough for sex. Do not take Cialis if you take nitrates for chest pain or Adempus for pulmonary hypertension, as it may cause an unsafe drop in blood pressure. Do not drink alcohol in excess. Side effects may include headache, upset stomach, delayed backache, or muscle ache. To avoid long-term injury, get medical help right away for an erection lasting more than 4 hours. If you have any sudden decrease or loss in hearing or vision, or any symptoms of an allergic reaction, stop taking Cialis and get medical help right away. Ask your doctor about Cialis and a $200 savings card.
Closed captioning of Cubs baseball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you by U.S. Waterproofing.
A little seepage in your basement is no need to panic. Count on the experts at U.S. Waterproofing to diagnose and repair the problem. For a free consultation, call 888-SEEPAGE or visit seepage.com.
We'd like to welcome all of our viewers watching on Colo Telephone Company in Colo, Iowa. Cubs lead the Bucks 2-1. Starling Marte. Ooh, over his head. He has a hit by pitch magnet. He and Anthony Rizzo, and he nearly got plunked in a bad breaking ball.
Yeah, he doesn't walk much, but he does get hit quite frequently. He's only walked 3 times this year. He's been hit by a pitch 5 times. It's a predominantly right-handed club that the Pirates have, and that plays to Hamill's strength with that slider. It's just disappearing on Marte. Sees it in the zone, gets it started, then it vanishes. Slip sliding away.
So I mentioned 5-tool players earlier. Andrew McCutchen is one of those guys. I think I said Marte's like a 4.5. He has not hit 20 homers yet in his season. He'll hit a lot of doubles. Hits for average. Steals bases. Excellent arm. Plays defense. Fowler back on it, and he's got it. This is an interesting matchup here. Dexter Fowler has been playing deeper than he did last year as the Cubs made a philosophical change with their outfielders. The Pirates have done the opposite. McCutchen in particular is playing a lot more shallow than he used to. So they're trying to take away the cheap hits, whereas the Cubs are trying to take away slugging. So last year that might have gotten in.
Yeah, there's been a number of balls that Dexter has been able to track down this year that perhaps he would not have last season. Cubs defending slugging, trying to take away the extra base hits.
Should we make the 5-tool thing the 6 tools and talk about plate discipline?
Well, that's, I was just going to say you might have to amend the tools to include patience. I mean, with all the emphasis now on base percentage. And Cervelli not happy with this call. Laz Diaz has had a fairly tight zone tonight. He opens it up right there. But, by golly, he was right.
So maybe instead of hits per average, we just put on-base skills in its place, because you do have power as one of those 5 tools. Okay, I'm in.
Yeah.
I still think we could come up with 6 with game, awareness,
instincts,
however you would like to phrase it.
We could go 7. We could go straight up 7. We could, on base as the 6th tool, and we could go instincts as number 7.
Strike 3 called. Then I guess it begs the question. If we think over the years of the 5-tool players who would be easily identifiable, is it possible to have all 5 skills and not have good instincts or awareness?
I would say it is possible. It would take me a while.
I can't think of anybody on the list, though. I mean, McCutchen, say very aware. Larry Walker
once threw the ball into the stands when there was only 2 outs.
That's just true.
Larry had to look. There's also that story, Larry, I think when he was a minor leaguer, he was running on a pitch and there was a fly ball, and he just, instead of retouching second, he just cut it right behind the pitcher's mound from third to first. Yeah.
Well, he's Canadian.
Yeah.
You got to give him a little bit of a break.
Just thought the face-off was going to end up at the other end.
Polanco, deep center and over Fowler's head. And it's a double.
Yeah, and that speaks to his strength right there. And Polanco's swing reminds me a little bit of Bryce Harper. He's got a little lag or something. The hands come forward, he keeps the barrel in the zone, and then he explodes. And he talk about a 1-iron. It's interesting to watch Fowler track this one, and he just watched it fly over his head like an airplane zooming by. Pretty deep lineup when the likes of Harrison is in the 7-hole.
Strikes. What has Jason done best in terms of these 5 starts? We know about the numbers. What's been the key? Just fastball command?
Fastball command, I think, because when he struggles, a lot of times that's a problem. I think repeating his mechanics, not flying open.
Rainbow to right. Caesar drifting back. And Hamill through 4 with a 1-run lead over Garrett Cole and the Pirates.
Hey, Chicago, when did paying for airfare become so unfair? At Southwest, we believe in transparency. Transparency means we don't dream up ways we can trick you into paying more. It's why we still let 2 bags fly free and don't have change fees. So our low fares stay low. Just the way you like it.
You ever feel like you're spinning?
Like you're stuck in the same place in life? Just going round and round and round? Yeah, man. Been there.
No, actually spinning.
Oh, we can fix that by going to Midas. They have a great selection of tires. Sorry, Doug, I thought you were trying to get deep.
Nah.
Trust the Midas Touch for tires, brakes, oil, everything.
Huge spring sell-off during the spring clearance event at Feeney Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Elgin. Get our lowest prices on our entire inventory. Cars, trucks, minivans, and more Jeeps than we need. All with 0% financing available. Look at this 2016 Wrangler, just $299 a month. Or a 2016 Ram 1500 Quad Cab, $299 a month. Both with 0 due. Or this 2016 Dodge Caravan, only $16,997. Find it at Feeney. FeeneyAutos.com.
Bill Jacobs Mini online feedback.
The most amazing car buying experience ever.
Customer service was excellent. I'd recommend them in a heartbeat.
Great experience.
Through the end of April at Bill Jacobs Mini, get 0% financing for up to 72 months on all 2016 Mini Countrymen. That's Bill Jacobs Mini.
Honestly, the best experience I've ever had buying a car.
Visit us at Bill Jacobs Mini in Naperville
and online at BillJacobsMini.com.
Make sure you follow Patrick Mooney, our Cubs insider, on CSNChicago.com, presented by Nationwide's Jeff Vukovich, serving the community for 38 years. Go to JeffVuk.com. Nationwide is on your side, and we'll Get the scoop from Patrick on Wednesday afternoon. Final game of this series and road trip on Wednesday. Then back home for 10.
This game playing out like so many games between these two clubs in the last few years. Well pitched, low run games.
The Stella Skies foul.
Won't see Liriano in this series. He's been awfully tough against the Cubs.
Marte racing over toward foul ground, the slide, and a good attempt, but he can't get it.
Long way to go and a short time to get there. La Stella stays alive. Arrieta, Nice tomorrow. Nice is 3-0 despite a high ERA. And then John Lester, 2-1 with a 183. He could have 4 or 5 wins easily. Juan Nicasio has pitched well for his new club. He's 3-2 with a 333. So the starting pitching expected to be a strength for this club has just been so-so. They're middle of the pack in terms of ERA.
Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Of course, they did have a series in Colorado. Tomorrow, it's going to be that guy, Jake Arrieta. And our upcoming schedule brought to you by Travel Wisconsin. Plan your fun today at travelwisconsin.com. So there's Jake's line in the wild card game. 11 punches, 5 hits, 9 shutout innings without a walk.
Ball 1 to Bryant.
Put up good numbers in this ballpark last year. 375, 15 out of 40. It was a pitch kind of like, I can't remember who was pitching. It was a ball inside, in on his hands, and he pulled his hands in and hit a line drive off the wall in deep right center. It was Giancarlo Stanton-like to hit it on a line the other way that far.
Three and 1. You know who would remember the pitcher? Pat Hughes.
Yeah.
He has a photographic memory.
Remember the count.
Ball 4. 94 pitches now for Cole. Just getting started here in the 5th inning. Rizzo with a game-tying RBI double in the 3rd, and then scored the go-ahead run on Zobrist's base hit. Both came with 2 outs. See why Cole's keeping an eye on Bryant. Not every guy who's reached has tried to steal. He made an errant pickoff attempt to try to get Matt Caesar and resulted in an error. That's a strike.
Little cheese at the knees.
Line shot deep right, off the wall. Bryant to 3rd. Gary Jones puts up the stop sign as Rizzo has a double, his 2nd in 2 at-bats. So off the Clemente wall, he hit it about 15 feet up that wall. Just missed a home run.
Was that ball ever blistered? His last 2 times up, he's put on a show. Double-double. Toil and trouble. Low gas. Look at that swing. And again, it's Cole's inability, at least tonight, to really establish, any kind of an off-speed pitch to the left-handed hitters. I mean, he's only given up 2 runs. It's not like they're wearing him out. But he throws so hard. It's kind of like, the golf analogy would be every now and then I think a guy has to, lay up or pull the hybrid out instead of hitting the driver. He's just kind of airing out that fastball. So it's a couple of things. One, you get to this point in the game, if you haven't used the off-speed pitch very much, it's tough to break it out now. And the other part of it is you're not going to get any early outs. He's not getting early contact, and that's what's leading to that high pitch count.
By the way, thanks to our friends on Twitter, it was Francisco Liriano off whom
that Bryant had done.
Chris Bryant hit that screamer to right center last year. Now Zobrist in the air. Bryant ready to tag. It will be McCutchen to make the catch, and he will throw to third to keep Rizzo at second. 3-1 on a sacrifice fly. Zobrist has knocked in 2.
First up, Addison Russell.
To Russell.
2 leadoff walks in this ball game by Cole, Fowler, and Bryant. They both have come around to score.
This is probably the last inning for Cole. His next pitch will be his 100th, and he is due up second in the bottom of this inning.
Ouch.
That was a fastball. These 2 teams get hit a lot. But again, if you take Rizzo and Marte out of the mix, that would change things.
I think the Pirate pitchers have earned a reputation over the last 3 or 4 years of really pitching effectively inside.
Clint Hurdle chomping on that gum. It's his normal MO during a big league game.
His 6th year managing the Pirates. Won 446 games. That's the 7th all time in Pirate history.
Had a great run. They're trying to figure out a way to win the division. You win 98 last year. You finish in second, and you've got to face Jake Arrieta in a loser go home game. So they've been the 2nd place team in this division each of the last 3 years. Twice they've been a one and done playoff team. 3rd time they've made 3 consecutive postseasons. Can you name the other 2?
They hosted it each time, right? The wild card game. Didn't they
yes.
host the Reds?
The other 2 times they won 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
To the playoffs 3 times in a row.
70, 71, 72.
Yes. 90, 91, 92.
90, 91, 92.
The Jim Leland
that's right.
Pirates.
Yeah. Yep. That's right before the run of, 20 years of sub 500.
Yep. Ball 4, they are loaded, and that might be all she wrote. Here comes
starting to, that run, that arm side run up and in like that, starting to lose command of the fastball, indication of fatigue.
So the Cubs chase Garrett Cole out of the game after 4 2/3. Still batting here in the 5th, leading 3-1. We'll be back.
Now it's in the hands of the bullpen, and out comes Papa John.
It looks like he's taking this official pizza thing pretty seriously.
For just $6.99 each, get 2 medium, 2 topping pizzas.
Papa John's, the official pizza of Major League Baseball.
Shorts.
It's time to dehibernate at the Bass Pro Shop's Big Short Takeover with a huge selection of men's and ladies' shorts starting under $10 to $17.
This is awesome. Look.
Before taking his team to state for the first time, Coach Gilman helped his players keep their eye on the ball,
Ready to crush, here we go.
their head in the game, and their feet on the ground. And along the way, gave them a season to remember.
It's a little token. I'm so proud of you.
Share your favorite baseball memories all season long using hashtag MLB Memory Bank.
Time for the Hyundai call to the pen. This is A.J. Schugel. The Pirates, like the Cubs, have an 8-man bullpen. And he will be charged with getting this final out. That's probably all he'll get.
Schugel on for the 8th time. This is his first season in a Pirate uniform. Last year he spent a little time with the Diamondbacks. 5 appearances for the D-backs last year. After a pretty good run at Double-A and time at Triple-A as well last year. Originally a member of the Angels organization. Sinker baller, not a hard thrower.
Bases loaded for David Ross. And a foul strike.
Wow, that one went up on the board at 94, which is contrary to the scouting report I've got on him.
Rizzo at third, Russell second, Caesar at first. Still very early, but would it be worth asking David Ross at some point If you continue to have the year you're having, would you have second thoughts? I mean, he's had a bit of a renaissance this year. I mean,
yeah, but I'm guessing, you know.
Yeah, I'm guessing the answer will be
I think
no.
his idea to retire is not tied to performance.
Right.
It just feels like it's time to move on.
Down the line, fair ball. Are you sure about that, JD? Rizzo's in. Russell scores. Caesar's going to hold it third. 2-run single, 5-1.
Those runs, of course, charged to the starter, Cole, so he gets no help from Schugel out of the bullpen, although it wasn't the ball really blistered by David Ross, but it certainly was well placed, and now some breathing room for Jason Hamill. Let that one get deep. Wait, and then just serve one down the right field line.
So Hamill now with a 4-run advantage. No, I think you're right. I don't think what happens this year in terms of his performance will affect that decision before the season to hang it up. In fact, it might make it even better. Go out on top. His goal is to win a World Series as a Cub and then walk off in glory. Ross takes off. He's trying to get in a rundown to allow Caesar to score. Caesar takes off for the plate. The throw there. Gets over the head of the catcher, Cervelli, and a run is in, and Ross gets second. 6-1.
I believe the Pirates were victimized by the same play in the ballgame yesterday by the Reds. It's time to take a gamble. You got the pitcher up there, first and third situation. The thing here, Caesar, you have to realize the play's got to be made at home. You have to force them to make that throw home. Matt started to retreat towards third base. That's just a high-risk play where you're willing to make an out at home plate. If they execute, basically you're giving the other team an opportunity to mess up.
And they did. That's strike 3 on Hamill, and the inning is over. Cubs add 4 to their lead. It's now 6-1.
You know, when I first started out, it was all pencil and paper. The Surface Pro is very intuitive. With the pressure of my hand, I can draw lightly, just like I would with a real pencil. I've been a forensic artist for over 30 years. I do the composite sketches, which are the bad guy sketches. You need good resolution, powerful processor, because the computer has to start thinking as fast as my brain does. I do this because I want my artwork to help people.
The product development experts at Turtle Wax never stop thinking about wash performance. That's why there are 3 cleaning levels in Max Power Car Wash. Moderate for dirt and grime, aggressive for mud, bugs, and salt, extreme for the toughest stains like brake dust and tree sap. Turtle Wax. Trusted innovation inside and out.
Oh, turned up my jam. I'm feeling woke. Oh, found our chill.
Close enough. Try the deliciously juicy Daily Double, now only $2.19 at McDonald's.
This rusty mess isn't going anywhere. Don't trust it to just any cleaner. Trust CLR. CLR makes quick work of the toughest jobs, dissolving crusty white buildup so your shower runs like new. CLR cuts through hard water buildup and helps keep your washer running clean. CLR also earned the EPA's Safer Choice seal, so it's safer for your family. Trust the power of the CLR family and trust your clean to CLR. CLR is available at these fine retailers.
Hi, I'm David Kaplan with a Coors Light Cold Hard Facts Sportsnet Central update. Jake Arrieta has been named April's National League Pitcher of the Month. Riding won all 5 starts he made last month, including, of course, the no-hitter of the Reds back on April 21st. He becomes the first National League player to win the award 3 straight months. Stay tuned after the final out. Todd Hollinsworth joins me on the postgame show. Now we go back to the Steel City. Here is Len Casper, Jim the Shade.
Thank you, Cap. Are you in charge of planning your next social gathering? Plan a day or evening at Wrigley Field and enjoy special perks only available inside the ballpark. The Cubs offer special ticket packages for groups of 15 or more. Visit Cubs.com/groups.
So we've got changes defensively. Javi Baez comes into play second, and Ben Zobrist heads out to right. I assume everything's all right with Matt Caesar. But we will find out. By the way, they did give Matt a stolen base of home. An error on Harrison allowing Ross to get to second.
Good.
Strike called on Mercer.
Yeah, one of two things. Either Caesar might have hurt himself sliding home, or just, as Joe says, he wants to see how it plays. He likes to take a look at different things, and he's got Zobrist out and right. Baez now at second base.
This is Zobrist's first experience at another position with the Cubs, right? Second base exclusively. To this point, so the super utility guy gets to be super utilized. 2-2.
I'm back with a kid.
And he heads over toward the foul line, and the ball is out of play. That might be part of it too, just to get Zobrist some reps and some other positions. Work off the rust, maybe. Now Caesar got hit in the ribs by that throw to first.
Yeah, that might have been it.
The pickoff attempt in the fourth. So maybe just barking a little bit. There's a gapper. Zobrist will cut it off and keeps Mercer to a leadoff single. Time for our Xfinity high-speed action.
Ross gets the throw down, and then Harrison looked like he set up pretty well to make that throw home. Just hurried the throw a little bit. He didn't even slide at home, so if it was anything, it was getting hit in the ribs with the errant throw earlier.
Jason Rogers will pinch hit for Schugel, and takes ball one. So Garrett Cole gave up 6, all earned. Left-hander Kyle Lobstein for the Pirates.
All right, fight it.
1-2.
Up the ground, up the back, come on.
Slider low and outside. He's been working that part of the zone throughout this sequence against Rogers.
We talk so much about fastball command. Hamill's had outstanding slider command here tonight. He's been able to move that pitch, you know, a strike to ball slider where it starts on the plate, just runs off the corner, or he can make it a little bigger, throw it way out, see if he can get a chase. So a couple front door sliders inside corner to the right-handed hitters.
Line shot foul off the bat of the former Brewer.
That was the dreaded hanging slider. Made a little bit of a mistake with that one, got away with it. Rogers 0 for 2 as a pinch hitter this year. Their best weapon off the bench has been Matt Joyce, left-handed hitter. Paint. Oof.
That one registering at 95. You don't see that number reached very often by Hamill.
Yeah, I think we might have a little bit of a hot gun here tonight.
Ball 4. Back to the top. So a little trouble here for Hamill. 2 on with Jaso coming up. Jaso has homered each of the last 2 games, but he's 0 for 2 tonight.
Well, Chris Bosio coming out to have a chat. This is where this game could turn. Lineup turning over. The top of the order. We'll get their third look at Jason.
It's Adam Warren with Lester Strode watching.
So the first walk issued by Hamill here tonight.
Wearing those We Are Family Pirate uniforms, throwback Sunday unis. Wow, that is a lot to take in visually, isn't it?
So we got
next time we'll warn you.
Got that funky approach, man. Wide open. That front foot is actually behind his back foot. That's not just an open stance. I mean, look, it appears. Well, we'll see here where that front foot goes. Not quite behind, but awfully close. Yeah, it is behind it. That is funky.
That it's kind of the left-handed version of Tony Batista.
Mm-hmm. Batista would actually open up his hips a little bit too towards the pitcher. And, you know, he moves into a more traditional stance ultimately. It's just, you know, maybe he had a tendency to fly open in the past, so he starts open so he can move to a closed position.
Yeah, and the scouting report on Batista was actually to crowd him. He ended up diving across the plate, so it looked like he couldn't reach the outside corner, but he could. He wanted the pitch there as that is skied out of play to left. Seem to recall Batista was kind of a diver, right?
That's the way we always were taught with guys that hit out of a wide open stance to pitch them in, because they had to close up to get into a hitting position, and the feeling was if you had good action on your fastball, you could tie him up inside.
Ground ball to Rizzo. Hamill covering first, second and third now, 1 out. So Jaso is not just trying to move the runners up, but it does play like a sac bunt. And here comes McCutchen.
he's heading back in. I think they were contemplating challenging, thinking that maybe Hamill had gone through the base before he received that toss from Anthony. But they have opted not to challenge, so clearly they saw otherwise. See that once in a great while where the timing will just be off a little bit and the pitcher will actually be beyond the bag before he gets the ball, but he was okay.
A 5-run game, but a couple of men in scoring position here for McCutchen. As the Pirates trying to get back in it. To third, that will get a run in as LaStella throws out McCutchen. So he's knocked in both their runs. It's 6-2.
So for the first time this year, Jason Hamill has allowed more than one run in a game. That's how good he's been.
Here's a throw to second, and it hits the runner, Rogers.
A homecoming of sorts for David Freese as he returns to the NL Central. He spent better part of 5 years with the Cardinals before moving on to the Angels.